back right after this. Welcome back to Bend Senior High School, the Bear Lair, where the Bears are taking on the Summit Storm girls high school basketball. The fourth and final quarter already. And this game has flown by as both teams have been aggressive and played well. Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of turnovers, and they've both been going right at each other. It's been a fun game to watch. The Storm starts things off in the fourth quarter with possession, and the game tied at 26. And Raja Shah looks for something against the Bears, who have dropped back into a man-to-man defense again, Jimbo.
Yep, Bears outscored Summit 9-8 in that third quarter. McConnell getting ready to come back in for Ben. Well, now what you want to do on defense for both teams, another steal and another turnover.
Summit's been sloppy with the ball on its recent possessions in the third quarter. Now here starting things off in the fourth. The Storm with multiple turnovers. Entry pass down low, knocked away, and here comes Raja Shah out of there. That was Caitlin Tolentino for Bend High. Haven't called her name yet tonight. Number 34.
As I was getting ready to say, on defense for both teams, you want to play defense on your toes, not on your heels.
Shar straight up top, nothing but Ford. She drains it, three-pointer.
That's a gutsy shot.
Yeah, kind of came out of nowhere, too. We haven't seen her been real aggressive in terms of taking those outside shots, and that time she did and drained it. Three-point lead. Collision underneath, a lot of contact, but no foul. Now knocked out of bounds.
Tolentino got in there and got into the back of Edwards and into the back of Phillips and actually got that rebound.
Substitutions now coming up for the Bears.
Summit going big. Taylor Phillips back into the game for Summit.
Here's McConnell. Ryan, 10-footer for the tie. No check that. Down one, 29-28.
Wow, and that's a long time coming. She scored 8 points in the first quarter. First points of the second half for Esme.
Parr put it up, no good. The rebound comes down to the Bears. Down inside, 6 minutes to go in the ball game. We've got a 1-point game, and it's knocked out of bounds, and we go back to Summit. Well, folks, as we have a quick change of possession here, it's 8 o'clock. It's time for me to say goodnight to my kids, Mia and Noah, as I do every week. But tonight, Noah's home with Mom having date night, and Mia's here with me.
Yep.
So Mia is going to say goodnight to her brother. Say goodnight, honey.
Good night, Noah.
How about goodnight, Mommy?
Good night, Mom.
Yeah, well, Mom, we'll see you both.
Hey, that's two plugs in a row. You're scoring big here.
Yeah.
You must have either done something wrong or you want to do something.
Well, it's Friday night. They'll probably both still be awake when we get home, but we always got to say goodnight at 8 o'clock, so we'll see you in a bit. Foul on Taylor. Check that. Taylor Pierce is fouled, and so she'll go to the free throw line.
McConnell back into the game in the low post with Isaac for Ben now. Pierce at the free throw line, you know, she had a pretty good second quarter for Summit and third quarter as well.
So she's an awfully good player. Gets a second free throw, bump that lead up to 30-28 in favor of the Storm. Set the 5 on the floor for you real quick here as Delaney Crook crosses over midcourt. She's joined out there by Esme Ryan, Allie McConnell, Michaela Isaac, and rounding up the 5 on the floor, Kenzie Bomey for the Bears.
Nice recovery by Isaac.
Here's Crook, baseline. She's in trouble.
Oh, steal.
Parr with a steal. Parr trying to get some help out of the backcourt. Comes to Raja Shah. She's out there with Taylor Pierce.
Boy, nice hustle by Delaney Crook to get back.
Sarah Edwards and Kaylee Phillips, the 5 on the floor for the Storm. They go down to Taylor Pierce.
Got away with a double dribble.
I think so, too. Ball got blocked either way. And they swing back out to Parr. Now inside 5 minutes to go in the ball game. The Storm up by 2.
Up, travel.
Offensive foul. Yeah, I think the issue there with Taylor, she was trying to instigate contact, which I understand. A nice aggressive move, but she dropped that shoulder.
Yep.
And almost like she was going for the first down. She dropped the shoulder and ran right into the defender, and the official called offensive foul. Bears.
Matthews had 19 points in the first half tonight for the Blazers against Minnesota.
Bears with the ball. Here's for the tie. It's going to be long. Rebound Isaac. Put it up and in.
Nice job on the putback by Isaac in the right place at the right time.
Well, it's one of those shots where the air ball actually was a benefit for the Bears. Here's Edwards back the other way now. Rajesh Shah trying to run the offense. Down to Pierce. Hands back to Phillips. Kaylee's shot. Iron. That's all. Rebound. Isaac and that Edwards go down hard.
Possession arrow goes to Ben.
Whew, those two went down hard.
You could feel that thud all the way up here where we're at.
Yeah, those two went down in a heap. A couple of tough gals right there. Michaela Isaac and Sarah Edwards. Neither one would give up the ball, and they both went down hard. Possession back to the Bears, tied at 30 here. Inside 4 minutes to go in the ball game. As Crook looks for some help. Now swing back up top, back to Crook. Trying to go baseline to Esme Ryan. Good patience. Ryan back to Bomey, an open three. No good.
Oh,
knocked away.
Good when it left her
McConnell couldn't get it to drop either. Rebound comes down. Oh, and a traveling is called.
Wow, that's a huge call.
Wow, I'm a little surprised by that, but that's all right. There you go.
Here's a shot down low, and no shot of the
Teammates wrestling for the ball. So, you know, that's a good call.
That's a gift.
Well, it could have gone either way. It could have been a foul, and in the backcourt, Kristen Parr hustles down and saves it. Great hustle by Parr. Hands back to Rajesh Shah, who now makes her move.
Offense.
And charges into the defender, and a good job by Michaela Isaac, who gets up with a little bit of a fist pump.
Yeah, you like to see that. And again, she set her body right in place, saw the incoming traffic, saw Raja go into the bucket, and just said, okay, I'm going to take this one for the team.
Isaac is tough.
Oh, yeah. And she's going to be here for a couple more years.
She went down that last possession on a tough rebound and went down hard, and then that time draws the charge. Now back on offense come the Bears. This is Bomey. She thought about it, trying to get inside to McConnell. Bomey will put it up herself. No good. A rebound comes down to Taylor Pierce.
Isaac had to be careful that she didn't get called for over the back on Taylor Pierce.
Hands off to Parr, who crosses midcourt. Inside 3 minutes to go in the ball game. We're tied at 30. It's a tight one right here at Benton Senior High, folks. Shar goes up left hand, and another offensive foul, and another charge as Shar runs over Isaac. Is that deja vu all over again, as I like to say?
Well, and again, Rogers had a tough night. Not being able to get anything really going. You can see the frustration on her face right now.
Tie ball game, 2:35 to go, and so you don't need anything too majestic. Just a bucket here would be either
turnover.
team. Pierce in trouble, and the foul is called on, I believe, McConnell or Isaac. Ooh, Isaac didn't like that. Look at Michaela Isaac.
And again, you know, she's got a great game going on, but watch this. Taylor Pierce got away with the travel.
Well, she did try to put the ball on the floor, and
Nice job by Isaac to force that turnover. Again, that's 3 straight turnovers for Summit.
Great defense by Isaac, reaching over the back. She's really had a great game offensively, defensively, and hustle on the boards. Isaac has really been a gem tonight. Down inside 2 minutes to go in the ball game, and the Bears with the ball at a 30-30 tie. Good patience by Bend High. Summit in that man-to-man defense right now.
And it's like a matchup zone. You got 2 out high and 3 down on the box.
Dangerous
Ryan
pass.
wide open.
Cross court. Nice pass there by Kenzie Bomey. It was a dangerous pass through a bunch of arms across court, but she found Ryan, who nails it And it's a 32-30 lead for Ben High. Raja Shar for the tie, no good. A rebound comes down to Bomey.
Ryan's got 12 points, and again, she was quiet in the third quarter. 2 big buckets here in the fourth. Under a minute to go.
Summit playing some patient defense, but eventually they'll have to foul. That's the 17th foul, so penalty opportunity now as Crook will go to the line for a 1+1 opportunity. Keep in mind now, 17 fouls means a 1-and-1, so Crook's got to make the first to earn the second. And so that's a good foul right there for Summit. It stops the clock. Crook needs his first free throw in order to earn the second. Just a bit long, but gets her own rebound, and possession arrow goes to Summit. So the Storm will get the ball back as players collapse on the ball and get a jump ball.
Taylor Pierce wanted a foul. She got knocked on her rear end. Oh, interesting. The clock started before the ball was touched.
And every second counts when you got a 32-30 game here down at the final seconds of the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards, baseline, needs some help. Back out to Raja Shah, dangerous pass. Coach Crook wants to call a timeout and talk about that.
Burn that foul right away, and then you knuckle down on the box. Don't give him anything cheap, make him work for it. But again, if you're Summit, you got to drive that ball to the hoop. Hopefully it goes in and you get the foul.
Storm needs to hurry to get the ball, and they do. It's Raja Shah now. Ben High has not burned that foul yet. They have one to give still. As Parr goes to the left hand, needs some help. Dangerous pass again. Phillips puts it up, looking for the foul, and she got nothing. She looks at the officials right away and says, come on, talk to me. I got hammered.
They're going to confer.
I think he's saying that ball might have been blocked out of bounds.
I think what you got to do here.
So possession back to Summit. Yep, that's what they're going to say.
Yep.
It was tipped out of bounds. So good defense by Ben High, but almost too good because they blocked it out of bounds.
Now you got to be careful watching people go to the basket.
21 seconds to go in the game. Parr trying to direct traffic. Entry pass. Pierce. She goes point blank, and a
foul's going to be on Isaac.
They're going Michaela Isaac. And this will be free throws coming for Taylor Pierce because she was in the act of shooting.
And this is the person you want at the free throw line because she's a 3 of 4 at the line. And again, you've got an experienced player, senior player at the free throw line. Less than 20 seconds left to go, and you're down by 2.
Pierce gets the first. One more is for the tie. And Ben High will call a timeout. Thanks, Tracy. And don't hold me to that, but it's so cool to see. You look behind that Summit bench, and it's all families and parents and coaches' wives and husbands and everything. It's awesome.
Like that all around the high desert. We even see that when we go out to Sisters as well. Key free throw right here.
For the tie with 19 seconds to go.
Wow.
Drains it. And the Bears now. Full court press comes Summit. Lava Bears. Summit's in the penalty, remember, so a foul will give free throws to Ben High. Down inside 13 seconds. Looking for something to happen, and a timeout for Ben High.
Wow. Create a foul, because the thing is, if you get nothing, you're going to overtime.
And with Summit in the penalty already, any foul will result in free throws.
What's interesting here, and I think with the attention on Cam Newton, it's gonna actually detract away from Auburn a little bit. I think that's going to help Oregon.
Well, I think the biggest attention for the Ducks better be on Nick Fairley. I think he's going to have a bigger impact in the game, perhaps even than Newton, believe it or not. 10 seconds to go in the game. Bears tied up. Last possession, perhaps. Michaela Isaac needs something to happen. Here's Crook. Delaney makes her move. She's going to go to the hoop hard. Put it up.
Oh!
No good. Rebound. And we'll go to overtime. Just like that. So the Bears and the Storm tied at 30.